responsibilities can be of sisters and brothers, parents. Okay, if I can expand my horizon and help others, they may be my relatives, whoever needs help. If I can help more, my sources are more, I may go to the society. That's also a responsibility. So while aiming for the goal of this human life, we also have to bear all these responsibilities. In order to achieve your goal, you cannot overlook all these responsibilities. You cannot say, I only want to meditate, I will not take care of my wife, or I am meditating, I want to achieve my goal, I don't care for my parents. No, it's not like this. A picture cannot be completed, or a canvas cannot be painted with one color. It needs many colors for the artist, for the painter to express on that canvas. All these responsibilities in our life toward wife, parents, children, society, friends, country, these are different colors of the life. These all will complete the picture. You cannot be running away from your responsibilities in the name of meditation to achieve your supreme goal. And yes, there is no halfway or half-hearted attempts or efforts. All the masters from the past, you can count them on the finger tips. They were all married and they did great things for the families, for the friend, for the society. All the way it was great. There cannot be a greater service than asking you to wake up and do the right, reminding you of the purpose of the life. We cannot overlook any responsibility. When we go for marriage, it is our own decision. And when we want to have babies, it is our own decision. And then in the name of meditation, you cannot ignore your wife or your children's. And same, being responsible, you cannot ignore your society and you cannot ignore your country, your duties toward your country. We are duty bound. There are duties we have to perform. There is not only one duty that you have to achieve your goal and realize yourself. Self realization ultimately is God realization, of course. But doing everything, while doing everything in life, you also have to do, and that is to realize the higher self, the supreme. We don't have to get lost in whatever we are doing. This is all about balancing your life. You have to bring a balance. I have come across so many people, they are going for the extreme. This is the extreme which spoils for you. A balance is required. When you have taken up some responsibility with your own decision, with your own willingness, you cannot ignore those. Then God is certainly not happy. So while doing everything, masters from the past, they taught us, while doing everything in your life, going through every walk of the life, we should not forget what is the purpose of this human life. We have to find time while, as I said, while carrying out our responsibilities, we have to find time in our daily life where we can sit and clean the mind. That is with the help of meditation on light and sound. Around you, so many things are happening in the office or the working places you go to. So many things you observe. Sometimes you are angry, sometimes you are unhappy, sometimes you are happy, sometimes you are frustrated. You come back in the evening to your family with different moods, and that is the impression on the mind. Your mood is reflecting your mind. So no matter in what shape you come back to your family in the evening, or you may be alone, not a problem, but it's evening time, it's a cleaning time. We should not let this impression remain on the mind for long. It's not a golden age that you all would be automatically spiritually oriented and you would all be doing positive actions, and it would be easy for you to understand spirituality, the purpose of the life, therefore achieving it. It's an iron age. It's already an active time. As I said in the beginning, we don't realize because that is the trend, that is the culture, and that is the flow. It's easy for the mind to flow with the flow. So when we observe, there is so much, and we need to observe. We know that for sure, since it is an active time, it's an iron age, it's too much inactivity around, and the world is ruled by the negative power. Knowingly or unknowingly, we are all doing negative things. Throughout the day, at different places, we observe different things. Now, you see, if I am a child, I am born in a spiritually oriented family. My parents are very spiritual, they support this all positive activities, and I observe positive impressions from them. But what happens when I go to school? There are so many other kids, they come from different walk of life, from different parents, they have different impressions on their mind, and I see them doing different things than what my parents teach me at home. Mind is very, very, you know, active, and it observes new things very easily and very fast, and tend to repeat them, tend to do them in order to taste them. When you see other kids, other people doing different things in the school, yes, I as a child would be swept by the flow, it's such a heavy flow, strong. When so many people are with the negative tendencies around me, it's a strong current around me of a negative power, of an activity. And when the current is so strong, you are easily swept away. and this is where you have to take care of. It's easy to be swept away and then flow with the flow in whichever direction the flow is taking us, and we are going. So if when all people are negative around us, it's an active flow, and if I let myself flow with the flow, it's easy in a way because there is no struggle. But if I have to swim against the current, if I have to swim against this flow in the opposite direction of the flow, it would be a struggle. From negative to positive. Negativity is taking me to that shore, but I have to go to this shore. So I have to swim across and against the current. It is the struggle. And here where the mind refuses. Mind doesn't want to take the pain. It simply wants to enjoy. So in a way, we all have to struggle. No matter which country, which culture we come from. As I said, all the cultures as of today are influenced by the negativity, negative power, because it's a time. It's an iron age. Iron age itself, the meaning is full of negativity. So people, those are looking for the easy life, yes, you can find them concentrating on a heavy music in the discotheques, blah blah blah. Your head will blast away, but they keep on doing like this whole night. But it's difficult for them to sit in peace, because they are flowing with the flow, not their fault in a way. They are not taught the way we are talking. They don't know what is good for them. It's not their fault. If person doesn't have the knowledge, you cannot hold him responsible. But when we have the knowledge, we all have the knowledge, whoever is sitting here, they have the knowledge what is good for them and what is not good for them. And when you know what you are supposed to be doing and what not, and thereafter if you do something wrong, it's more serious, because you have the knowledge. You knew that you should not be doing this. So all these people, those are lost in the world, in a way it's not their fault, but they still stand to suffer. They will suffer for their actions, for their ignorance. Because knowledge is within, but yes, you need a teacher for that knowledge to come out. When you go to school, colleges, universities, nobody teaches you anything. I am also not teaching you anything. All knowledge, all wisdom is there within. And any teacher will help you to reach to that knowledge, to realize that knowledge you are born with. Why we dig a well? It's for the water. We dig the well, but we don't pour the water in that. Water is already there. So in a way, it's a help when we dig the well, it's a help to reach to the water. So all the teachers in the schools, in the colleges, in the universities, like me, we are only helping you to reach to the knowledge you already have. But spiritual connection is something different from the worldly knowledge. Here your soul has to be connected with the main source. From where you have been remain disconnected, nobody knows how many lives. So in the worldly way, when you realize the knowledge, teachers make you, or the professor make you realize the knowledge, you become knowledgeful, you become mathematician, physician, engineer, doctor, chemist, or whatever. Yes, you use that knowledge for your benefit in order to earn your living. Therefore, having all ways and means to enjoy your life, worldly life. But here in the spiritual field, when masters make you realize everything and he helps you find your way back home by providing you connection and helping you all the way on the subtle planes, you are also benefited. But the material gains you gain through this worldly knowledge, they are only for the time being. Today you can be rich, tomorrow you can be like me again, nothing. And again, if good time comes or you do the good things, right things again you can have it. But enjoying the material world is only a momentarily thing. This life may seem to be very long, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years, but it is still very short. Life is not of a physical body, because life is eternal. It is forever. So by putting the efforts in the material world, you may enjoy the material life, but it is still a small time to enjoy the material wealth. Whereas if you devote the same time in the spiritual world, you enjoy ever, ever and ever after. Even if you make small efforts in your life, in this life, to be a good seeker, a good devotee, a devoted soul, trying to realize the supreme power, the God, and trying to reach back to your home, it will benefit. It is given to us to understand even a small efforts on the path of spirituality helps a lot. Even if you were to be born again, as I said, the karmas from the previous lives, they set the stage for the life to come. As I said, one may get birth in a spiritually oriented family, therefore his life become easy, his journey on that path become easy, because he will have all the knowledge right from the beginning, all the support from the family. A scientist dies, will never be born as a scientist again. A teacher dies, will never be born as a teacher again. A judge dies, will never be born as a judge again. A president, a general, a prime minister, whoever dies as what, they will never be born same. But if you die as a devotee, you will be born again as a devotee.